Good morning, students. Last class we discussed about the problems on efficiency, losses, OCSC test, all these things. Now this class we're going for the problems on another chapter, that is another topic, that is three-phase circuits, balanced three-phase circuit, calculation of line voltage, line current for star and delta connections, as well as calculation of measurement of power by using 2-watt method, and also calculation of power factor, all these things. So unit 3, three-phase circuits, numerical problems. So numerical problems on polyphase circuits, that is calculation of line current and line voltage for different complicated circuits. After then calculation of measurement of power by using 2-watt method, and also calculation of reactive power by using 2-watt method, and also calculation of power factor by using 2-watt method. So go for the first problem. So this is going to the measurement of power and the power factor. So the 2-watt meters are connected to measure the input power to a balanced three-phase load by the 2-watt meter method. If the instrument reading are 8 kilowatt and 4 kilowatt, so determine A, total power input, B, load power factor. So go through problem. 2-watt meters are connected to measure the input power to a balanced three-phase load by using 2-watt meter method. The instrument readings are two instrument readings, that is 2-watt meter readings are 8 kilowatts and 4 kilowatt respectively. Determine the total power input to and also power factor. So given data, W1 8 kilowatt, W2 4 kilowatt. Otherwise, in some textbooks they will represent it as P1, P2. Total power is P. Otherwise, W1, W2, total power is W. So here I am taking P1 equal to 8 kilowatt, P2 equal to 4 kilowatt. Now determine the total power. Total power is nothing but P is equal to P1 plus P2, that is equal to 8 plus 4 is equal to 12 kilowatts. Suppose going to the power factor, how can you find out the power factor is nothing but, so we know that pi is equal to, we know the formula directly, pi is equal to tan inverse of root 3 P1 minus P2 divided by P1 plus P2. Pi is equal to tan inverse of root 3 P1 minus P2 by P1 plus P2. Otherwise, root 3 W1 minus W2 by W1 plus W2, whatever it may be. We know the P1 8 and P2 4. So P1 minus P2 equal to 8 minus 4. So root 3 tan inverse of root 3 8 minus 4 by 8 plus 4, that is 4 by 12, that is 1 by 3. So root 3 into 1 by 3, that is nothing but 1 by root 3. So pi is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. Pi is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. So we are getting 30 degrees. So pi is 30 degrees. Therefore, power factor, cosine angle of the pi, that is cos of pi, that is equal to cos 30 degrees, that is equal to 0.866. Power factor is 0.866. Like that, you have to calculate it. So another problem, 2-watt meters connected to a three-phase motor indicate the total power input to be 12 kilowatt. The power factor is 0.6. Determine the readings of each wattmeter. Before slide, they given 2-watt meter readings, W1, P1, P2, and then determine total power and then power factor. But here they don't given P1, P2. They given total power. P1 plus P2 is given 12 kilowatts. Power factor is also given. Complete reverse problem. Power factor is 0.6, that is cos pi is 0.6. Now determine the readings of each wattmeter. So if the 2-watt meters indicate, let us consider 2-watt meters are indicated as P1 and P2 respectively. Therefore, tan pi is equal to root 3 P1 minus P2 by P1 plus P2. So and the given power factor is 0.6, that is cos pi is equal to 0.6. What is the pi value? Pi is equal to cos inverse of 0.6, that is equal to 53.13 degrees. Therefore, what about tan pi? Tan pi, that is equal to tan 53.13 is equal to 1.3333. Hence, substitute this value in the above equation, that is tan pi equal to 1.333 equal to root 3 P1 minus P2 by, we know the P1 plus P2, 12 kilowatts. Therefore, 1.3333 equal to root 3 into P1 minus P2 by 12. That is equal to P1 minus P2 equal to 1.3333 into 12 divided by root 3. So P1 minus P2 is equal to 12 into 1.3333 divided by root 3. Therefore, P1 minus P2 equal to, by using calculator, we are getting that right side of the equation is 9.237 kilowatts. P1 minus P2 is 9.237 kilowatt, taken as equation 2. For what is equation 1? P1 plus P2 equal to 12. Given from the given problem, P1 plus P2 equal to 12 kilowatt, that is equation 1. After calculating by using that formula, P1 minus P2 equal to 9.237 kilowatt, that is equation 2. Now, by adding equation 1 and equation 2, 1 plus 2, equation 1 plus equation 2 equal to 2 P2 cancel, 2 P1 is equal to 12 plus 9.237 kilowatt, that is 21.237 kilowatt. So 2 P1 is equal to 21.237 kilowatts. Therefore, P1 is equal to 21.237 divided by 2. So that is equal to 10.62 kilowatts. P1 is equal to 10.62 kilowatts. Therefore, by using this P1 value, substitute in the equation 2, we are getting P2. P1 is 10.62 kilowatts. Then substitute that value in the equation 2 or equation 1, whatever it may be. So P2 equal to 1.38 kilowatt. 1.38 kilowatt. That means wattmeter 1 reads 10.62 kilowatt. Wattmeter 2 reads 1.38 kilowatt. Right? Like that, we have to determine problem. The given total power, the given power factor. Now we have to determine individual wattmeter readings. Suppose the given total power, the given then we have to determine the given individual wattmeter readings. Then we have to determine the angle pi and then determine the power factor. Next problem. 3 loads, each of resistance 30 ohms, are connected in star 415 volts 3-phase supply. Determine the system phase voltage, B phase current, C line current. 3 loads, each load having 30 resistance of 30, that is 30 ohms. Supply is 415 volts 3-phase supply. Therefore, line voltage is 415 volts. So now we have to, they don't mention it is a star or delta. So in the problem, they don't mention a star connected system or delta connected system. That's why we have to calculate the A, B, C problems for star connection as well as delta connection. So first, let us consider for a star connection. As we know that star connection, line voltage is equal to root 3 phase voltage. Line voltage is equal to root 3 into phase voltage. We know the line voltage 415. Therefore, phase voltage V phase is equal to VL by root 3. That is 415 by root 3. That is equal to 239.6 volts or 240 volts. 239.6 volts or 240 volts. Now, next one, phase current. In a star connection, line current is equal to phase current. Line current is equal to phase current. Therefore, we know the line voltage and also we know the phase voltage, we know the resistance of the phase. Therefore, phase current is equal to V phase by R phase, 240 by 30, that is equal to 8 amperes. 240 by 30, that is equal to 8 amperes. Phase current, I phase is equal to 8 amperes. What about line current? In a star connection, line current is equal to phase current. That's why IL is also 8 amperes. So for star connection, phase voltage is 240, phase current is 8 amperes, and line current is also 8 amperes. Now, suppose this problem is calculating for delta connection. Sorry. The problem itself clearly mentioned star connection. So problem is closed. Suppose they don't mention, we have to calculate star and delta. For delta connection, line voltage is equal to phase voltage. VL is equal to V phase is equal to 415. But what about line current? Line current is equal, first of all, you have to calculate phase current, and then line current is equal to root 3 times of the phase current. So line is IL is equal to root 3 into 8 for delta connection, right? So another problem, 3 identical coils, each of a resistance 10 ohms and inductance 42 millihenry are connected A in star and B in delta to 415 volts 50 Hz 3-phase supply. Determine the total power dissipated in each case. 3 identical coils, each of a resistance 10 ohms and inductance 42 millihenry are connected in star and delta, 415 volts 50 Hz 3-phase supply. Determine the total power dissipated in each case. So first A, star connection. Inductive reactance XL is equal to 2 omega L, that is equal to 2 pi FL. So that is 2 pi into F50 L 42 into 10 power minus 3, that is equal to XL is equal to 13.19. Therefore, impedance, phase impedance is equal to square root of R square plus XL square. So R 10 square plus 13.19 square root. So phase impedance Z phase is equal to 16.55 ohms. Therefore, line voltage they given 415 volts. What about phase voltage? In star connection, phase voltage is equal to line voltage by root 3, that is equal to 415 volts divided by root 3, that is equal to 239.6, otherwise 240 volts. What about phase current? Phase current is equal to V phase by Z phase, 240 by 16.55, that is equal to 14.50, and line current is equal to phase current for a star connection, that is 14.50 amperes. What about power factor? Power factor cos phi is equal to RP by R phase by Z phase. R phase 10 ohm by Z phase 16.55, that is equal to 0.6042. It is a inductive coil, that's why lagging, 0.6042 lagging. And also power dissipated, P is equal to root 3 VL IL cos phi, root 3 VL line voltage 415, line current 14.5 and cos phi 0.6042. So power dissipated is equal to 6.3 kilowatts. 6.3 kilowatts. Otherwise, so copper losses 3I square R, like that we are also calculated. Now go for the delta connection. In delta connection, line voltage is equal to phase voltage is equal to 415 volts. Now ZP impedance is same, 16.55 ohms. Now power factor is 0.604 to lagging. Therefore, phase current Vp by Zp 415 by 16.55, that is equal to 25.08 amperes. 25.08 amperes. Line current is equal to root 3 into phase current, root 3 into 25.08, that is 43.44 amperes. Power dissipated is equal to root 3 VL IL cos phi, root 3 VL 415 IL 43.44 cos phi 0.6042. that is equal to P is equal to 18.87 kilowatts. Like that you have to determine for star connection as well as delta connection. A 415 volts 3-phase AC motor has a power output of 12.75 kilowatt and operates at a power factor of 0.77 lagging and with an efficiency of 85%. If the motor is delta connected, determine A. Power input, B. Line current, C. Phase current. A. First of all, you have to calculate power input. Efficiency is equal to power output by power input, right? What about power output? So our power output is 12.75. Power output is equal to 12.75 divided by power input. What about efficiency? 85%, 85 by 100. So 0.85 is equal to 12.750 by power input. So therefore power input is equal to 12.75 by 0.85, that is equal to 15,000 watts, otherwise 15 kilowatts. Input is equal to 15 kilowatts. Next, power. P is equal to root 3 VL IL cos phi. From that, IL is equal to P by root 3 VL cos phi. So P, what is the power? That is input power 15,000 divided by root 3 VL 415 cos pi 0.77. Cos pi is equal to 0.77. They are given in the problem. Therefore, line current IL is equal to 27.10. What about phase current? So and for delta connection, line current is equal to IL is equal to root 3 I phase. So phase current is equal to I phase is equal to IL by root 3, 27.10 by root 3, that is equal to 15.65 amperes. Another problem, a 400 volts 3-phase star connected alternator supplies a delta connected load, each phase of which has a resistance of 30 and inductive reactance of 40, resistance of 30 ohms and inductive reactance of 40 ohms. Calculate the current supplied by the alternator, the B output power and kVA of the alternator, neglecting losses in the line between the alternator and load. First of all, we have to consider the load. Phase current I phase is equal to V phase by Z phase. V phase is equal to VL for delta connection, that is 400 volts, and Z square root of R square plus XL square. They are given directly R and XL, square root of 30 square plus 40 square, that is equal to 50. Therefore, V phase is equal to 400 by 50. V phase is equal to 400 by 50, that is equal to 8 amperes. For delta connection, line current IL is equal to root 3 I phase, therefore root 3 into 8 amperes, that is equal to 13.86 amperes. Hence, 13.86 ampere is the current supplied by the alternator. So look at the figure, alternator supply voltage is, line voltage is 400 volts. Now we have to calculate the line current, that is the 13.86. Now this 13.86 ampere current is supplied to the motor to run the load. Now B, alternator output is power is equal to the power dissipated by the load. So output power of alternate is equal to the input power of the load. Therefore, P is equal to root 3 VLIL cos pi, where cos pi is equal to RP by ZP 30 by 50.6. So P is equal to root 3 into 400 into 13.86 into 0.6. Therefore, output power is equal to 5.76 kilowatts. 5.76 kilowatt. Now, alternator output in kVA, that's why 5.76 into 0.6. The value is 0.6. Another problem. Delta connected load consists of 10 ohms resistance in series with 20 millihenry inductance. Source is star connected. It is having ABC sequence, 120 volts RMS, 60 Hz. Determine all line and phase currents. They given V phase voltage VAN equal to 120 at an angle 30 degrees. Therefore, Z is equal to 2 pi FL, 2 pi into 60 into L value 20 into 10 power minus 3, that is 0.02. So impedance is equal to 7.54 ohms. Inductive reactance. Therefore, Z is equal to R plus J XL, 10 plus J 7.54 ohm. So getting 12.52 at an angle 37.02. So that is the in delta connection. Impedance in delta or star, impedance in star is equal to 4.17 at an angle 37.02. Now current, line current AB, IAB is equal to VAB by Z delta. We are getting 16.60 at angle 22.98 amperes RMS value. Similarly, IBC, ICA 16.60 at an angle minus 97.02, 16.60 at an angle 142.98. Similarly, phase currents, I small a capital A is equal to 28.75, I small b capital B is equal to 28.75. Similarly, ICC also 28.75 with 112.98 amperes. So determine the line current and line voltage for the given circuit diagram, and given source is a delta connected. Now convert this one into star. So like this, VAB is equal to VL at an angle 0 degrees, VBC is equal to VL at an angle minus 120, VCE VL at an angle 120 degrees. Now it will be converted into phase voltages. So VAN is equal to VL by root 3 at an angle minus 30, VBN VL by root 3 at an angle minus 150, VCN VL by root 3 at an angle 90 degrees. So I am taking single phase. So this is the phase voltage 208 at an angle minus 240. Now 208 by root 3 at an angle minus 30 degrees. So I phase voltage 208 by root 3 at an angle minus 30 degrees divided by R plus J XL. We are getting 9.38 at an angle minus 49.14 amperes. Get phase voltage 12 plus J4 into 9.38 at an angle minus 49.19. We are getting 118.65 at an angle minus 30.71 degrees volts. VAB is equal to root 3 118.65 at an angle minus 0.71. So similarly, we are determining the all currents and voltages. A three-phase 10 kVA load has a power factor of 0.342. The power measured by 2 wattmeter method. Find the readings of each wattmeter and the power factor is lagging, second one leading. Total volt ampere, that is 10 kVA. That is power is equal to root 3 VLIL. So 10 into 103, 10 kVA into 103, that is equal to root 3 VLIL. So VLIL is equal to 5.77735. So lagging power factor W1 is equal to VLIL cos 30 minus 5. 5.7735 into 103. Above.